Good afternoon, good Monday afternoon, or whatever day you happen to be watching this on. Congratulations to Martin Truex Jr. He just won the race. It just ended. The Dover race ran on a Monday afternoon, but that's not what this video is about. With the Truck Series being off the last couple of weeks, I wanted to put something out. I wanted to put some content out, but I didn't want to put content out for the sake of putting out, just for putting something out. And I tossed a few ideas around. I even recorded some stuff and ended up tossing the idea, scrapping it. Maybe at the end of the year we'll put some of that stuff out. But so I landed on this yesterday afternoon when there was no racing going on. I decided to go shopping through some antique malls. I live in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, which if you're a NASCAR fan, that's where everything's at. So I figured, there's probably some good stuff out there. And man, I was right. There was definitely some good stuff out there. If this video does well, I'll do more of these. It was Sunday afternoon, so only a small percentage of the antique malls and thrift shop type places were even open yesterday, and I only got to a few of those. So there's lots more out there to be found. Before I start, real quick, a few weeks ago I said that whenever I hit 1,000 subscribers, I wanted to do something for that 1,000th subscriber. Problem was, I had been following, as we're getting close to 1,000, I've been following very closely the number and the name of the subscriber. Well, one thing I didn't expect to happen happened. While I was at the racetrack at Bristol, the subscriber count jumped like 200 in a couple hours. I was not able to track who the 1,000th subscriber was. So, and YouTube doesn't give you a way to figure that out. So what I want to do is this. There's been probably the first real supporter of the channel who engaged in the content, the comments, even contacted me on LinkedIn one time. Bob2024, if you will, shoot me an email. I'll put my email address in the description, but it is motorracingngravy@gmail.com. If you will shoot me an email with a good address for you, a good mailing address, it doesn't have to be your home, it can be wherever. I will send you a couple of things. I'm going to send you some stickers for the channel and a couple of signed hero cards. So get in touch with me, Bob. Thank you for your support and everybody else who made that happen. I haven't been on camera since we hit that. It's almost 1,400 now. So thank you to everybody who subscribed. If you like this and you're new to the channel, please do subscribe so you don't miss any more. And let's get on with that content. All right, being there's no Truck Series racing this weekend and last weekend, and now it's Sunday and there's no Cup Series racing this weekend, or at least, yeah, that's right, there's no Cup Series racing this weekend. There's Cup Series racing tomorrow, Dover. So there's not going to be any hauler videos. I've been kind of tossing a few ideas around about, what to do. First one we're going to check out is the Heritage Hill Antique Store in Gastonia, North Carolina. It looks like it's an old textile mill. This should be interesting. I almost drove right past it because it didn't look like a store. But it's open on Sunday, and let's go see what's there. So right when I walk in, the first thing that caught my eye was these oil cans. Now, granted, that's not NASCAR and Memorabilia or NASCAR antiques, but I thought it was really cool stuff. And actually, I'll probably come back and look at some of those again when I come back. And they had these old Hess trucks. It had a few old die casts, like the Racing Champions kind of die casts. They're not exactly what you'd call rare, but they definitely are old and antique. The Kenny Bernstein there I thought was really cool. Some of those Chevrolet signs, there's a lot of cool automotive stuff here at this place, but as far as NASCAR stuff, there wasn't a whole lot much more than what you see here. Next stop is going to be the East Ridge Mall, Gastonia, North Carolina. So at this place, right when I walked in, again, more die casts. Now, if you're a collector, you probably already know this, but die casts are not on or by themselves necessarily all that valuable. They're valuable when you find something unique, different, or rare. Right there in the corner, you kind of see the 57 Heinz car. That's pretty cool. That's unusual. These were model cars, very well built, by the way. And then now the first gem of the day, this photo album. Richard Petty. These are original photos, by the way. I don't know who took the photos. I would like to find out, but they're really good quality photos. That's Rick Wilson in the 4 car. And then there's Phil Parsons. Just so happened as luck would have it today, I happened to see Phil's son, Stephen, at our shop today. He races for us occasionally. I spoke to him today and got the chance to show him these pictures, which he got a kick out of. And in the back of the album, there were these. These are really cool. Jack Ingram is a legend, especially in the Xfinity series, which was in the Budweiser Late Model Sportsman series. Those are really cool. That was worth the trip to East Ridge Mall right there. Now in East Ridge Mall, there's actually 2 antique stores. Antiques at East Ridge. 2 locations inside the mall. J.D. McDuffie diecast right there. That's really cool. J.D. McDuffie is a legend. Some more model cars, some more diecast. That 66 Phillips 66 car, really cool. A painting, a really well done painting of Shawn Robinson. Looks like a sign by her. Bobby Allison needs no introduction. AJ Allmendinger signed picture. There's some cool stuff at this place. If you get out to East Ridge Mall and you're a NASCAR fan, it's definitely worth checking out. There's probably more coming over time. Action figure Derek Cope. I actually wish I'd picked up that Ricky Rudd number 5 car. That's a really cool looking diecast. Now, since I found that photo album there, I wanted to take a second to stop and talk about Jack Ingram. Jack Ingram is in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He won the late model Sportsman, which is now the Xfinity Series championships in 72, 73, 74, 82, and 85. He's got 31 wins on record in the Xfinity Series. That's not really telling because the record keeping before 1982 wasn't really up to par. So historians estimate he's got wins somewhere in the 200-plus range. Jack passed away June 25th of 2021, but his legacy will live on in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and it was really cool to see these photos in this photo album. That was the first real cool find of the day. All right, stop number 3 is just over my shoulder, the Piccolo Antique Mall, Belmont, North Carolina. I think as we get closer to the Charlotte area and then on towards Mooresville, Huntersville, Cornelius area, we'll start to see a higher quality of NASCAR stuff that's available. Let's find out. So at first I thought the Piccolo Antique Mall was going to be a total strikeout. Then I ran across these at the last second. I'm not even going to try to name all the signatures I see here. I see Ryan Newman. I see Jeremy Mayfield. I saw Richard Petty. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not even sure about some of those. It looks like maybe Sterling Marlin. I'm not sure, guys. Ray Evernham. That's a good one. Brett Bodine. I see Sterling Marlin. Michael Waltrip. There's a lot of good signatures on here, but the last one's really cool. The Ryan Newman 2008 Daytona 500 champion hat signed by Ryan with the number 12 on it. That was the cool thing there. Stop number 4, Catawba River Antique Mall, Belmont, North Carolina. Kind of had a hard time finding a place to park here, so that's kind of encouraging on a Sunday afternoon. Now, antique store shopping is not something I do, but this is the first place I came to that I definitely plan to come back to probably soon. Lots of diecast, like these little open wheel kind of racers. I actually like those more than the NASCAR diecast as far as diecast goes. Those are like little tin toys. They were really cool. That Jimmy Spencer Zippo, kind of rare. I've never seen that one before. Same with the Jeff Gordon one. Those other ones I've seen around, the Color Chrome Dale Earnhardt Jr. They're cool, but you can find them on eBay. The Jeff Gordon Pepsi scheme, that's always been a classic scheme to me. All these diecast, most of these you can find, they're not really rare. The Jimmy Spencer one, like that really large one there, that one may be a little less common. I'm not real sure. I'm not a diecast collector, but there's those. Those IROC diecast, that might be the first thing I want to come back and get. I don't know that I have or have ever had a diecast IROC car. The Jeff Gordon Baby Ruth car, that's really cool one. The Robin Moroso Crown, Ernie Irvan. I'm a big Ernie Irvan fan. Grew up an Ernie Irvan fan. That was my very first favorite driver. So it's cool to see that. And that number 3 Goodwrench classic car, that was a custom made. This is pretty cool. Sam Bass, if you're familiar with NASCAR stuff, you should know who Sam Bass is. That was signed and numbered. I think the number there says 83 of 600. I had a hard time not get this one too. I do collect Truck Series diecast because I work in the Truck Series. Lots of automotive antiques. You see these gas cans and oil cans, road signs. This place was huge. I mean, it was a antique mall. It was as big as a shopping mall, that Sunoco sign. You can see there's so much stuff here. If you were into this stuff, you could stay busy in this place for hours. And also, not just NASCAR stuff. I wanted to catch this in video, too. Lots of sports memorabilia. Who's not a Michael Jordan fan? I'm a Michael Jordan fan. My kids are Michael Jordan fans. it was hard not to look at the price tag on that, because I know if I looked at the price tag on it, I might be tempted to whip out the wallet. Lots of signed stuff. There's some racing stuff in this little booth here. I remember when those standees were really popular collectibles. I had a couple of the Bill Elliott ones when I was a kid. Lots of good paintings. Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt. Somebody was a big Kyle Petty fan, because there's lots of Kyle Petty stuff here. That Adam Petty die cast, I've never seen that anywhere before. And I'm assuming these are one of a kind, the Kyle Petty paintings. Alan Kulwicki, Terry Labonte. There's another Terry Labonte right there in the corner, kind of hard to see. The Darrell Waltrip 1985 with the Mountain Dew car. Love that car. All right, stop number 5. Oak Street Mill Antiques in Cornelius, North Carolina. I'm also really encouraged by this one. It looks like a really cool place. And Cornelius, North Carolina is a pretty cool little town. If you're in the area, you got to check it out. So this location did not have many things, but this was the stuff that I was looking for when I set out. By far the coolest finds of the day. Saved it for last just by chance. Some automotive antiques here. I mean, who doesn't like automotive antiques? But this was it right here. Souvenir programs for the 1957 Daytona Beach Race, along with some Bowman Gray souvenir programs, Darlington, and Charlotte, the inaugural National 400. That's what I came to see, was that kind of stuff right there. I don't know what else you could ask for. That's about the coolest thing ever. Lee Petty there on the cover of that magazine. These were kind of pricey, but I don't know that you can really put a price on history like that. So while we're talking about that, let's talk about the 1957 Daytona race. Was won by Cotton Owens. Banjo Matthews sat on the pole. Top speed, or excuse me, an average speed of 101 miles an hour. That's including pit stops. 1957. That was the same year my mother was born. When I'm looking for NASCAR memorabilia, NASCAR history, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. That is probably the coolest thing I've seen ever at a place like this. I hope you enjoy this. If you like it, let me know. We'll do more of these. All right. So Janet, the owner, said that she's been open since 1996. And I thought I was going to strike out here. However, they didn't have a lot of NASCAR stuff, but the stuff that they did have was really, really, really cool. Unfortunately, I'm out of time for the day. I got to get back home. So if this video does well, if everybody likes the content, then maybe the next time the truck series is off for a weekend, we'll do another one of these. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good work week. And see you guys next week in Kansas. Kansas is where we're going. See you in Kansas. So if you made it to the end of the video, there is one little thing I wanted to add. Thank you for making it to the end, by the way. It was kind of shaky. I feel like it was the first time I'd ever done a video like this. But if you want to go to those places, and if you wanted to go find that photo album and the Daytona Beach Race program, I have a little bit of bad news. I might have taken those out from under you. I mean, who can pass up owning that? How freaking awesome. I'm going to get it framed up. The photo album, you saw that in the video. Richard Petty, legend. Let's see. You saw it in the video. I just want to show it off again. These Jack Ingram photos. This car is iconic. If I can get it out of the sleeve here. That. Iconic. How cool. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.